What is up, and I welcome each and every one of you back to a brand new video. I hope you're all having fantastic days as always, and if not, I hope I can make your day just a little bit better. Before we get started, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Did I tell you guys to subscribe? Because that is something you should definitely be doing down below. Go ahead and assault that red subscribe button. Don't worry, I'm not a snitch. We are back at it again with the top 10 Civilization 6 leaders in Civilization 6 after the April update. Not much else to say except for the fact that this is obviously my opinion. You have a differing opinion. Let me know down below in the comments what you guys think about my list, how stupid you guys think my list is, or how much you agree with me. Whatever it is, I'm sure we can come to a sensible sort of argument, I guess you could say. I don't know where I'm going with that. Let's skip that moment of awkwardness and get started with number 10. We're looking at Pakatui, or in some cases well known as Pakacuti. His unique ability is not even going to try to pronounce that. It's the actual name of the ability, by the way. Domestic trade routes gain 1 food for every mountain tile, as well as a unique tile improvement when foreign trade is discovered. The 1 food for mountains is nothing short of extraordinary. You have a mountain start bias. You will start near 2 to 3 mountains at least. That is 2 to 3 food for every trade route, no matter what. That is a solid, unique ability. But Mita, I hope I'm saying that right, is an even better ability. Citizens may now work mountain tiles, and mountains provide 2 production and an additional 1 production when the game reaches the industrial era. I mean, my God. It's so much production from working mountain tiles and otherwise absolutely useless tile. Not to mention you gain 1 food for mountain tiles for each adjacent terrace farm. And trust me when I say you're going to be spamming terrace farms all around your mountain tiles, because terrace farms are what comes next. You get 1 food, 1 housing, 1 additional food for each adjacent mountain tile, and 2 production for each adjacent aqueduct district, as well as 1 production if adjacent to freshwater and not an aqueduct district. So you're looking at potentially 4 to 5 food and 2 production per terrace farm, as well as 3 food, 2 to 3 production per mountain tile. These guys are the definition of building tall in Civilization 6. You gain so much food and production as the Incans. If you just have enough housing and enough amenities, you will be able to skyrocket your population to unhygienic circumstances. That is right. You will have so much population. Half of them will be living out in the slums, working to improve your science output at the cost of their standard of living. Now, the Warcock, or a cock. Incan unique medieval era unit that replaces the skirmisher. It has an additional attack per turn. Man, if this was a crossbowman, it would be the best unit in the game, but it is a skirmisher, the scum of the upgrade lines in Civilization 6. You're not really going to be building skirmishers that much. They have a pretty trash upgrade line, and their 1 range really doesn't make them any better when defending. The extra attack is nice, but I mean, it's all in all a solid unit, I guess. You're not really going to be building too many of those, but yeah, it's there if you need it. The Kapong Nan, I think. You can construct the unique improvement. It acts as a movement portal on a mountain range and allows your units to move into it and exit from the other side at the cost of 2 movement points. Trade routes traveling through can multiply the gold they get from districts at their destination, but they can only be built on an adjacent mountain tile and they cannot be pillaged or removed. Pretty much a mountain pass, an early mountain pass that gives your trade routes more gold. I personally don't find myself building any of these really. They could definitely be helpful, no doubt about that, but most of the time I don't really see a point, quite honestly, but they can be there if you want it. Mostly it's terrace farms, mitas, and the unique ability that shall not be named that make Pakacuti one of the best civs in the entire game at number 10. Number 9, we have Joao the Impaler, Joao the Conqueror, that is right, the new civilization of Portugal. His unique ability, Porta de Cerco. All units receive 1 site and 1 trade route capacity when a civilization is met, and you have open borders with all city-states. Casa de India, international trade routes originating from a coastal city, can only reach cities on the coast or with the harbor, but they receive 50% towards all yields, and they have a 50% range over water tiles, and they can embark as soon as they are unlocked. The Now is a pretty solid, unique caravel replacement. The important thing about it is it has a free promotion, less maintenance, and 2 charges for the Feitoria, the only unique thing that can build a Feitoria for Portugal, which is absolutely incredible. You gain 4 gold, 1 production, trade routes sent to the city from Portugal, gain 4 gold, 1 production, plus more yields thanks to your Casa de India ability, and territories belonging to other civs or city-states. It can only be built adjacent to luxuries or bonus resources from there, must be built on a coast or lake tile, and Fetorias may not be removed or built adjacent to another Feitoria. And then navigation schools give you production towards naval units, replace the universities, give you science for every 2 coast or lake tiles on top of the university's original bonuses, and 1 great admiral and 1 great scientist point per turn. Now, Portugal on an archipelago map or small continents map is the best civilization in the game. Hands down, no doubt about it. On a huge archipelago map, they are number 1 by far, and it isn't even close. The reason I have them at number 9 is because on a Pangea map or even a continents map, their unique abilities really suffer because most civilizations on those maps aren't going to have too many coastal cities, which limits your trade route capabilities, especially if their capitals are not on the coast, which is most of the time, quite honestly. But, yeah, if you want an easy deity win, just go Portugal, archipelago map. Make sure you spawn on an island by yourself. And yeah, have fun with your 5,000 gold per turn and 8,000 science by the time turn 50 rolls around. Yeah, Portugal is one of the best traders in the game, and their navigation school makes them one of the best at a science victory as well. That is Portugal at number 9. Next up, we have number 8. Pretty much one of the best civs from the original 20 civs that has been pretty much stood the test of time, quite honestly. We are talking about Frederick Barbarossa, and it's not too hard to realize why this guy has been one of the best civs for so long now. We are looking at number 1, an additional military policy slot. Meh, not really too good. 7 combat strength on attacking city-states. Meh, not really too good. 3 imperial cities allowing you to build 1 more district than you can usually build due to population. That's pretty damn nice. The U-boat, which... And then we have the Hansa district, which replaces the industrial zone, cheaper to build, the number 1 thing that makes Germany so incredibly OP. It has extra adjacency bonuses from commercial hubs, aqueducts, canals, and dam districts, and extra adjacency from resources, and extra adjacency from every 2 adjacent district tiles. Now, the Hansa is not only cheaper to build, it gives you so much adjacency production, especially if you can plan out your cities. You are looking at double-digit district adjacency for the Hansas, doubled if you get the industrial zone adjacency district policy card, which you can almost always get because you do have an additional military policy card as Germany, and they changed the industrial zone adjacency bonus to a military policy. Subscribe. Which, I guess that kind of works out in the end. But really, Germany is sort of like a one-trick pony in a way, but that one trick can lead to jack-of-all-trades, if that makes any sense, because they're really there for the Hansas, right? The extra free imperial cities allows you to build commercial hubs, more commercial hubs and campuses, which will give adjacency to the Hansas. The U-boats, we don't talk about the U-boats on this channel. Holy Roman Emperor is decent, not really too good though. The Hansas give you so much production to go for a domination, science, cultural want. It's just so absolutely incredible, which is why I have Germany at number 8. The Hansas are just too damn incredibly good. Number 7, we have, let me see if I can say this right. Siandiak, it's Siandiak. Governors established in a city provide culture and science for each promotion they have. Remember when that was 5% and you could get like a 30% boost in science and culture in your capital city with a damn fully promoted governor? Man, I miss those days of Siandiak being absolutely OP and broken, as is the tradition for Korean civs in Civilization series. The Three Kingdoms gives mines and adjacent science for every adjacent Siouan district, which is the unique campus replacement. Farms receive an adjacent food for every adjacent Siouan district. That's pretty damn nice. Huacas, unique Renaissance era unit replacing the field cannon. High range attack strength, but they cannot move and attack in the same turn. So these guys are one of the best defensive units in the entire game. Not really a good offensive unit, but really defense is all you need for Korea because the Siouan is a unique science district. Better than the Mayans, might I add, giving you 4 science, -1 science for each adjacent district, and must be built on the hills. So it is kind of specific, but you automatically get +4 science if you isolate it on a hills tile. You then surround it with mines and farms, giving you extra food and extra science. I mean, my god. I mean, there is nothing short of absolutely insanity, incredible OPness, as it was in Civilization V's Korea, and probably Civilization 4's Korea, quite honestly. In fact, Civilization 1, I would not be surprised if they had Korea, and that Korea was incredibly OP and broken. This Korea is nothing short of incredible, which is why she's at number 7. The amount of science and culture you get is just nothing short of insane. If she had a production bonus, she would be number 1 in the entire game. There's no doubt about that. The one problem with Korea is, well, obviously for me, there's no early war, so I guess I don't really have an opinion towards them. Early war is everything, by the way. But the fact that you don't have a production bonus to help you build spaceship parts later on in the game, or to help you build spaceports later on in the game, means that despite your massive science advantage, people are going to be catching up to you in the late game. And by catching up to you, I mean coming within like 50 techs of you, pretty much. It's pretty bad for Korea if somebody's within 50 techs of you, by the way. But in all seriousness, if she had a production bonus, she would be number 1 by far, without a doubt. But she doesn't, so really she's still very, very good. Number 7 on the entire list. And just having production would make her OP, which is why she doesn't. But let's leave Korea, right? She's number 7, one of the best in the entire game. Let's look at number 6, my favorite civilization, Alexander of Macedon. Yes, I love this civilization so much. I mean, my God, to world's end, no war weariness when going to war. That is so much more important now, because as you saw from my Mapuche series, which you should definitely go ahead and check out, by the way. Link is in the, it's in my channel, probably in the comments down below as well. War weariness is so worse, because in my Mapuche series, I had -6 amenities from being at war for too long. Alexander doesn't suffer from this, and is also a hard counter to India's penalty of doubling war weariness. All military units heal completely when this player captures a city with a world wonder. I mean, come on. Come on, man. I heal completely when I capture a wonder, which every AI is going to have at least 3 of, if we're being completely honest. I mean, my God. Hellenistic fusion. When conquering a city that is not a free city, get this. You receive a Eureka and an inspiration, right? Doesn't sound too bad, right? Per city. No, it's a Eureka and inspiration per encampment, campus, holy site, and theater square. You're looking at 2 to 3 to potentially 4 Eurekas and inspirations per city captured. That is per city captured. That isn't even the best part, man. The unique units, the Hippaspist, or as I like to call them, the Hippispispispis, and the Hitaroi, swordsman replacement, 5 combat strength in besieging districts, and a 50% additional support bonus. The Hitaroi, a unique heavy cavalry unit that replaces the horseman, gets 5 combat strength additional when adjacent to a great general, and 5 great general points when killing an enemy unit, starting with a free promotion. These guys are the definition of classical era curb stomping. You will dominate everybody in the classical era, no doubt about it. That isn't even the best part, man. Let me get to the best part. The Basilikoi Paides, a 25%, it's a pretty much barracks replacement that gives experience to the Hitaroi unit, your unique horseman unit, but you gain science equal to 25% of the unit's cost when a non-civilian unit is trained in the city. Did you guys hear me? Let me repeat this because it is that important. Whenever you build a military unit, which you should be doing, 25% of its cost is put in towards your science output. So, while you're building 4 to 5 armies to literally conquer the entire damn known world, you're getting more science than everybody else combined. Does anybody else not see a problem with that? Does nobody else see a problem with that? Not only are you getting every single Eureka and inspiration in sight, not only are you having absolutely incredible bonuses that last the entire game around when it comes to a domination victory to World's End, not only do you have 2 absolutely godlike unique units that when paired with a great general will absolutely tear through everything, crossbowmen included, you also have a massive science boost with the Basilica Podorka. I mean, goddamn, there is nothing else to say. Macedon is number 6 at domination, one of the best domination civs in the entire game. My favorite civ to play as, but I'm going to be honest here, I'm not going to be biased, I'm not going to be any sort of just bias or anything. Yeah, pretty much, she's going to only be at number 6, because the top 5 is a completely different animal. Number 5, we have Peter the Great of Persia. That is right. Peter, the Grand Embassy, giving you science and culture for every 3 techs or civics that a civilization is ahead when you trade with them, sending trade routes to them. It's damn near incredible. Mother Russia, extra territory upon founding cities. Used to be 8 tiles, now it's only 5 tiles. Excuse me, my God. It doesn't really matter because those 3 tiles that were removed aren't exactly going to be good tiles, because how it works is the tiles you would get is the tiles you would get normally from culture like spreading, which usually only goes for the best tiles. So you lost 3 tiles, but you lost 3 of the worst tiles that Peter usually goes for, if that makes any sense. Tundra tiles give you faith and production immediately, which in my opinion is much better than Canada's bonus, which takes a while to get started. You do not receive damage from blizzards, although civs that are at war with you receive double damage from blizzards in Russian territory. That really isn't going to help you at all, quite honestly. It's just sort of a callback to probably Russia's greatest moment. Absolutely bitch-slapping silly, how do I say this without getting demonetized? Hitler. You next up have the Cossack unit, an industrial era replacement of the cavalry. Pretty damn strong, used to be one of the strongest units in the entire game. Gains 5 combat strength when fighting in or adjacent to its home territory, and can move after attacking. It's a pretty solid unit, but Lavra is what makes Peter. I mean, my god, Wario time, man. This dude's built like Wario, and the Lavra is just... I just wanted to say he looked like Wario, to be honest. I don't have anything I can say about that. The Lavra unit, oh my god, it replaces the Holy Site. Cheaper to build. Your city borders grow by 1 tile each time a great person is expended in the city, and it provides 1 great rider point per turn with a shrine, 1 great artist with a temple, 1 great musician point with a worship building. It used to provide all 3 of those with just building the Lavra, which made Peter so absolutely insanely broken for a culture victory that you would have to be an absolute inbred not to win before turn 200 with Peter on any difficulty. But now, instead, you're going to have to wait 30 to 40 turns to build a shrine, temple, and worship building, which really isn't that long in the grand scheme of things. You're still going to be getting almost every great person, every great writer, artist, and musician in sight. I mean, my god, you build enough of these Lavras, you are going to dominate the culture game. Nothing short of incredible. Peter is one of the best civilizations in the entire game by far, and because of that, we have him at number 5. Number 4, we have Tamiris of Cythia. I thought Tamiris was strong enough, and they decide to buff the Kurgan without nerfing anything. I mean, my god, what are you guys doing, the developers at Firaxis? Come on now. Killer of Cyrus, 5 combat strength and attacking wounded units. When they eliminate a unit, they heal up to 30 hit points. Does nobody else see a problem? Does nobody else see a problem with that? Killer of Cyrus is the best ability in the entire game. You heal 30 when killing a unit, and you gain 5 combat strength and attacking wounded units. The People of the Steppe is even better. You receive a 2nd light cavalry unit each time you train a light cavalry unit. What? A 2-for-1 special promo? Is Billy Mays leading Cythia or something? Because I swear to god, that is the only thing that makes sense. 2-for-1 when building light cavalry. I'm just done. Those 2 abilities, you can have no other abilities at Cythia, and they would be one of the best civs in the entire game. But you get the Saka Horse Archer, which in all honesty probably isn't that good of a unit. It's a ranged unit with 4 movement speed with a range of 1. So it's not really the best unit. The Kurgan now gives you faith, gold, and 1 faith for each adjacent pasture, which you have a bias to start near. And you become +2 faith for each adjacent pasture after researching stirrups. It provides tourism from faith after researching flight. Not really still the best unique ability, but the fact you gain faith and gold will allow you to get an early pantheon, which should at least guarantee God of the Forge, if not religious settlements. But my god, Cythia is one of the best civs in the entire game. Her domination prowess is nothing short of extraordinary. The one thing that could just make a quick work of you is if the enemy gets up walls before you can do anything about it. But I mean, come on now. You're going to be able to kill people before they get in walls. There is no doubt about that. You'll be able to start a war so quickly. I remember I won a domination victory as Cythia on my channel at turn 70. I won a turn 70 domination victory. Albeit, I did stack the odds in my favor. I did start near a natural wonder. It was the one that doubled all adjacent yield tiles. But I mean, come on. Turn 70 domination victory. Pretty damn good. Cythia, one of the best civs in the entire game. If you could kill enemies before they get walls, it's just quick work at that point after that. That's Cythia at number 4. Number 3, we have Simon Bolivar of Gran Colombia, the first civilization released in the New Frontier Pass, who set a precedent for all civs in the New Frontier Pass, being nothing short of broken, extraordinary, insane, disgusting, massive, big, what other big synonyms you ever want to add. His first ability, Campana Admirable, earns a unique Great General called the Commandante General when the game enters a new era, which does not replace the Great General. Oh my god. His unique ability is so good, giving you 2 Great Generals, giving you 10 combat strength from Great Generals. It doesn't give the extra movement speed a Great General does, but if you get 2 Great Generals, oh my god, that's nothing short of incredible for Simon Bolivar. His next ability, not going to try to pronounce the first word, Patriota, 1 movement speed to all units. That's it. 1 movement speed to all units. Promoting a unit does not end that unit's turn. Nothing short of extraordinary, incredible, disgusting, all that good stuff. We're just repeating that stuff again. The 1 movement speed to all units is absolutely insane. And promoting a unit that does not end the unit's turn is nice, but it's just the 1 movement speed to all units. Settlers, builders, warriors, horsemen, spearmen. We're looking at 6 movement speed cavalry units. 6 movement speed cavalry units is nothing short of insanity. That isn't even getting started with the Commandante General, which also has a unique ability on top of providing the Great General bonuses. Insane. The Lanero, a great Grand Colombian industrial era unique unit replacing the cavalry. Low maintenance cost and 2 combat strength for every adjacent Lanero, which is damn near incredible. You can upgrade your horsemen after the horseman rush into Lanero and finish off the enemy. Also, they fully heal when in range of a Commandante General that activates its retire ability, which is pretty damn strong most of the time. And I mean, my god, the Hacienda, the last thing for Gran Colombia, 2 gold, production, housing, food for every 2 adjacent plantations and haciendas receive 1 production for every 2 adjacent haciendas. This is a spammable ability. You get plantations, you spam haciendas, one of the best unique improvements in the entire game, giving you everything you need: gold, production, housing, and food. Nothing short of extraordinary, nothing short of mind-boggling, nothing short of absolutely brain, I'm running out of synonyms, kerfuffling. There's a new one. Gran Colombia is by far one of the best civilizations in the entire game. One of the best domination civs in the entire game. The one problem, as is with Cythia, walls will neuter you, but it really doesn't matter at that point. Just get a few catapults. You're going to have stables most of the time, by the way, so they're going to get like a bonus towards experience. A few catapults should be able to do it, and I mean by that point, honestly, by that point, you really shouldn't have too much troubles because with the immediacy, you're going to get your horseman units using their 1 movement speed, using their insane combat strength from your Commandante Generals. You should easily be able to work through 1 civilization before they get walls, and if not, you could just go for the next civilization and come back and finish off the first civilization once you get bombards or catapults. It's your choice. And by the time Laneros come around, you have like 4 to 5 Commandante Generals, which you should save until Laneros come around, by the way. 2 bombards and 5 Laneros will conquer the world as Grand Colombia. Enough said. Nothing else to be said. We're going to move on at number 2 now. This civilization rose up from number 22 in my rankings last time to number 2 this time. We are looking at Ambiorics of Gul. Now, you might be asking yourselves, what changed? Because these guys did not get any sort of bonus towards the April update. They didn't get any sort of buff, any sort of nerf. They did not change from the April update. You might be asking, well, how did they jump literally 20 places to number 2? Let me tell you. So, the thing about Ambiorics is that he has a unique industrial zone district called the Oppidum, right? He has the Oppidum, right? Does that make sense? The Oppidum. The Oppidum is available earlier than the industrial zone it replaces, right? It was sort of like that from before. It is available at ironworking, right? It's available at ironworking. So, what the April update added, if you did not know, is another unit, not a unique unit, a unit called the Man-at-Arms. The Man-at-Arms is unlocked at Apprenticeship, a medieval era technology that is pretty damn expensive for most classical era civilizations, especially on deity when like enemy civilizations have like a boost towards science and you don't, you know, that stuff. Now, let's say you go mining, bronze working, iron working, right? You want the Oppidum as fast as possible, right? You go ahead and build your first Oppidum. What does the Oppidum do again? A district unique to Gaul that is cheaper and available earlier. We know that. The Oppidum district is defensible with a ranged attack. That's pretty damn nice. When the first Oppidum is constructed, the apprenticeship technology is a... What? You're telling me you build one oppidum, you automatically get apprenticeship. It does not matter what technologies you have. It doesn't matter what you have researched before. You build one oppidum from ironworking, you will unlock the man-at-arms. And you know the best thing? It is on the way. You already have bronze working for iron. You already have ironworking, which will unlock building man-at-arms. Because if you don't have ironworking and you go man-at-arms, you can't upgrade into man-at-arms. You have to upgrade into swordsman and then man-at-arms like all at once. It's kind of a weird mechanic, but I mean, it is nothing short of incredible. The Gestati, or as I like to call them, the Gestapo, automatically have 10 extra combat strength and fighting units with a higher base combat strength, and 5 combat strength versus district defenses. Pretty good if you want to go for an ancient era domination, but I mean, the oppidum, you build one, you upgrade Gestati to man-at-arms at turn 50. Turn 50, 5-0, you get the man-at-arms, even stronger than the knight unit. You have no idea how insane this is. This is Babylon levels of absolute insanity. You build one of them, you can absolutely blitz whoever the hell you want. Make sure you have 4 to 5 of these guys, upgrade into them, and then you could go battering rams for all I care. Get a battering ram, get 5 man-at-arms, and you could conquer the world. That is why Gaul has jumped up so many times. We haven't even talked about his other abilities. King of the Uberoons. Your civilization gains culture equal to 20% of the unit's cost when a non-civilian unit is trained. Melee, anti-cavalry, and ranged units receive 2 combat strength for every adjacent unit. The house-type culture, your mines provide minor adjacency to all districts, and a culture bomb of unknown territory, and you receive +1 culture, from mines, I think. Specialty districts do not receive a minor adjacency for being adjacent to another district, and these districts cannot be adjacent to the city center. Meh! The fact that you can build oppidums and get man-at-arms and get the culture to get political philosophy and oligarchy makes Gaul one of the best civilizations in the entire game just from that, but they're not the best. Number 1, without a doubt, is Babylon. Hammurabi, led by... It's just so absolutely insanely incredible. In fact, the gap between Babylon and everybody else has increased. Babylon is LeBron. The other civilizations are everybody else. Babylon is Babe fucking Ruth. I'm not too big into baseball. I don't even know if he's the GOAT anymore. And they're everybody else. Babylon is fucking... I don't even know what the... Babylon is damn Roman Empire. They're all everybody else. How do I say this? Babylon is Michael Jordan. You get what I mean, right? Babylon is by far the best. My God. Why is he so much better now? Well, because now you have the man-at-arms you can rush for. If you thought Gaul could do it pretty fast, you could do it by turn 30. Kill 3 barbarians, build an iron mine, build 3 mines, you get man-at-arms. It's just that. So you're going to be able to get them at turn 20 or even turn 30, which is even better than Gaul. When each specialty district except the government plaza is built, you also get the lowest production building for free. Damn. Receive an envoy when any other district is constructed for the first time. Damn. Enuma and Enlil, Eurekas provide all the science for technology, although you do lose negative 50% science per turn. Oh my God, it's just absolutely insanely incredible. Just disgusting. You should be ashamed of yourself. My God, what a revolting civilization. Sabum Kibitum, it's a unique unit replacement. I think it replaces the warrior. 17 combat strength against cavalry units. This unit has 3 movement and sight. Pretty damn good. The Palgum, one of the best buildings in the entire game. All freshwater tiles receive 1 food. All freshwater tiles receive +1 extra food. Wow. Not to mention the regular watermill, 2 production, and 1 housing. Nothing short of absolutely incredible. Enough said. Hammurabi is by far, even more so than before, the best civilization in the entire game. By far. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be the end of not only this episode of the tier list rankings, but the tier list rankings in general. We have ranked every single civilization from numbers 58 to number 1 on how best they are, at least in my opinion. Obviously, opinions do change, and if you would like to make your case for a civilization you thought was slighted, or a civilization that you think is higher than usual, let me know down below in the comments section. I do enjoy reading your comments, and as always, if you enjoyed, which I know for a fact you did, and if you didn't, you are a liar, like, comment, and subscribe. We are on towards 6,000 subscribers. I cannot thank you guys enough, and I would appreciate all the help I can get to reach that goal. And obviously the goal, I'm going to set a subscriber goal, right? The goal is to be bigger than Mr. Beast by the end of this month. I know, it might not be the most ambitious goal, but I did have to start somewhere, and I thought just, maybe trying to attain Mr. Beast levels of popularity by the end of the month is a pretty solid idea. But, yeah, in all seriousness though, guys, like, comment, and subscribe, and I really do appreciate the support. And, yeah, I will see you all in the next video. Peace.